Hey guys, this is my 2000 FXDX in Concord Purple. Today I'm going to show you how to change the clutch diaphragm spring. The previous owner had one a little bit too stiff for my liking. I don't run an easy pull on this one like my other bikes that I do. So I went to the local dealer, I got something a little bit softer, so I'm going to show you guys what's involved in swapping that out. So yeah, let's get her done. So the first step is pulling the shift lever. A little tip that I like to do, instead of trying to fit a ratchet in between here and scratching the primary cover, I have an angled Allen key or even any Allen key, and then you can just fit it inside here and you aren't hitting the cover. No scratching, especially on this nice wrinkled black. The next step is pulling the mid control off. Obviously, if you try to pull the cover off, it's going to get in here, and one of the bolts for the primary cover is covered by the mid control. So we're going to use the impact here.
One bolt.
Okay, now we are going to pull off all of the primary bolts around here. You will have to pull the inspection cover off because two of the bolts are through bolts into the inner primary. So you won't be able to get the outer cover off without removing this. So I'm going to start just with these ones right here. Like I said, I believe it's these two bolts go through into the inner primary, so you do need to pull this off. You can pull the inspection cover off by itself. There's a gasket there, and then you can pull primary. You always want to let a little bit of the oil leak out there. Watch the gasket. So now we have to remove the 6 bolts that hold the diaphragm spring in place. It is called the retainer plate. I tried a 3/8 and I tried a 7/16, and neither size works, so 10 mil actually fits perfect. So we're just going to pull that off. And this is what we are changing, the clutch diaphragm spring. Okay, now that we have the old one off, it's time to install the new one. Want to line it up there. You can see you have the tabs face in. I did put a little bit of blue Loctite on each bolt. If you want to, you can. If not, you definitely don't have to. Okay, we have our small torque wrench set to 110 foot-pounds.
And then we go around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And that's pretty much it. Okay, one more thing I'm going to do while I'm in here is I'm going to check the primary chain tension. So I just use a little ruler like this. And again, I'm not a Harley tech, but this is what I've been doing. I have multiple bikes and I do it to all of them every year just to keep an eye on it. So I hold mine right there, keep it level with the bottom of the chain. You'll see right there. So the ruler is level with the bottom of the chain. You hold everything right there, and then you just lift up and you take a look at it. And the specs are 15.9 to 22.3. This one is 21. So I will loosen it and just give her one more notch up just to keep it on the tighter end of the spec. You do have to loosen this bolt. It is 9/16. So you'll just want to break that free. It is a little bit tricky to just adjust it by one notch, but it's not impossible by any means. Okay, after a couple adjustments here, you pull up, so you'll have it so the ruler's level at the bottom. Hold it here, pull up on the chain, and I have it right at 16 mil. So we'll just make sure this is nice and tight. Before you put the outer primary cover on, you'll need these little donut gaskets here. They're pretty much one-time use. They look like this. Some of them you buy will have a little bit of 3M, just like a little sticker. Those are really handy. Make sure you clean the surface first. Line up the hole and give her a nice push so it stays on there. I'm going to put the gasket on here now. There's two little dowels. Sometimes it doesn't stick. If you want to, you can grab a little grease on the back and help you stick that gasket to it. Next, we will put the cover on. There we go. So you can tell which screws are the long screws.
But I will show you. So long screws are here. Long screws here. And then the rest are the short ones here. Those don't take much. And if it is leaking, well, you just take it more.
Now we will do the inspection cover. Like I said, there is a seal there, so you can get a bit of the old fluid. Now we just have to reverse what we did. We're going to put some Loctite on the mid control bolts. So up next, we've got the shift lever to put back on. I am familiar with the height that I like. Everyone's different depending on if they ride with a shoe or a boot. Again, we use our curved Allen key. All right, so we are done today's video. Just to summarize what we did, we changed out the clutch diaphragm spring just to give it an easier pull. We checked and adjusted the primary chain tension, and so now we will just go ahead and fill it up with primary fluid via the derby cover here. Yeah, other than that, that's it for today's video. I do have a few FXDXs. I'm always riding them, wrenching them, trying to stunt them. So if you have any questions about bike setup, repair, whatever videos you guys want to see, let me know. Again, I'm not a Harley tech. I do things the best I can, the way I've been taught with the tools that I have. So yeah, that's it for today's video. We'll see you next time.